Now in today's video, we're taking a look at the FumeClear FC-2001X. And this is a air purifier that you could use when laser engraving. It basically takes the smoke, any kind of VOCs that are being generated from the laser, and as it enters it, it basically gives you a smoke-free, smell-free environment for laser engraving. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this product and why not only is this going to be really convenient for lasers that are, 5 to 10 watts, which there's a lot of them that are coming out and a lot of them that are already in production now. But what I like about this is that it's compact, and also we've been using this on the Eufy E1 and it's done a really good job of dealing with the VOCs in that product as well. So if you're interested, make sure you stick around and check out our review of the FumeClear FC-2001X. Let's get right to it. Now, you're that right. This little guy here is tiny. I just want to give you a sense of scale. I'm going to put my hand right here and you can see how small this guy is. Really tiny guy here that is going to give you the ability to, again, engrave and not have to deal with smoke and any kind of VOCs that may be coming from the product as you're doing that. This is going to be something that's going to be essential, especially if you're doing on-site engraving, or if you've purchased a laser and you have been venting outside, and let's say in the winter it gets a little bit too cold, and you don't want to vent outside, this is going to be an essential solution for you. We have been testing this out for now several weeks, and we've been testing it out with the F1, F2, from X-Tool, the We Create Lumos as well, with the laser pecker as well. And all of these have worked really well with this little guy here. And this has a 3-stage filter, right? So even though it's compact, how small this guy is, right? Pretty compact. It has a 3-stage filter that's going to capture 99.97% of the particles and odors that come from the materials that I just mentioned. And what I like about it is, again, it's compact and it also has a very simple filtration system. That means that, when it comes to like pre-filters and standard filters, it makes it really easy to maintain. Now, one of the things I really like about the solution is that we have been testing it not just with the F1, F2, and then, like I mentioned, the We Create Lumos and the Laser Pecker series, which we have, but we've also been using this with our E1. That is the Eufy E1 UV printer. And the UV printer has a slight odor. It's not really, really pungent or strong, but there is an odor that comes from it. And Nilda immediately detected it when we first got the actual printer almost now a year ago. And we needed to add something to it, put something there. And I've been using a larger air purifier from X-Tool. It's called the AP2, which is a fantastic air purifier. But the reality is that it's overkill for this machine. But it was something that was necessary in order for us to use it. So when this came in, we started testing and saying, hey, is this something that can do the job? It's small, it's compact. If I want to take the E1 with me to an event, I can take it. And this guy, which is super small, can be used as well. And we actually found that it did a really good job. We were measuring VOCs and we noticed that the before and the after was green in the green zone, and that was doing well. We also then like that we can use it with the F1 and the F2. Well, now we do more F2. When we also go on site and we're engraving cork, say like bottle stop openers, the corks, or even slates, that this does a really good job as well. So it's really flexible and it has a lot of nice little features. So let's take a closer look at the controls so you can see how simple it is. Now the air purifier is very small and it has some very simple controls. First of all, what you have here is your power, and then you have your increase or decrease of suction. This has 22,000 or 2,200 PAs of suction. So it's going to suck enough to be able to, again, extract the air or any kind of particulates that you have. I haven't really seen any smoke accumulating inside of the laser, so that 2,200 PAs is pretty good. Now, in addition to that, what you're seeing here is on the back is this is the main hose. You notice that there's no out. The out is in the front. But basically, your hose is going to go here. And let me show you what the hose looks like. So this is your hose. This is about a 3-inch hose, gets connected here, and then it gets connected on your other device that you're engraving or UV printing. And it is enough. It's relatively quiet. It's not like silent 100%. It's because there's a fan, but it does a really nice job when it comes to how loud it is. Here you have, again, that air output. So it goes into here and then it comes out through here. As I flip this over, you'll see here, this is the power adapter, where the power adapter goes. And then you have all these details. We'll rotate this a little bit about the actual air purifier, including the fact that this only weighs 2.1 kilograms. So that's, again, super duper light, and it has, these little feet right here that you can work with. Now, if you want to see, now getting access to the actual filtration system is pretty simple. All you do is you pull open here, and then you have basically a pre-filter here, right? This is your pre-filter. And I want to show you something so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've been using this for my, primarily, I've been using this with all, the other devices I mentioned and I test, and you can see that there's some brownness, some soot stuff there. But then notice in the middle how there's this red. This is the UV printer. This is what it's absorbing from the UV printer. I was doing really large project for many realtor signs, open house signs, and for sale signs. And this was one of the primary colors that we're using. We're using some black, some gold, and some red, and you can see that here. So this was capturing it. The cool thing about this is that they give you multiple ones of these. They give you, I believe, 5 pre-filters, and this is what you would change. This is your main filter, and this is the one that has, the carbon, the HEPA filter has all that stuff going on here, and it's a H13 HEPA filter, and this is what does the most of the work, and this, you can replace it easily. But they do give you enough of these where you can replace these, and I'm sure that if you just wanted to get the pre-filters, you could probably get just the pre-filters as well. That way, this extends the life of the standard filter. Now, I want to share with you a really unique solution that I discovered when testing out this small, again, air purifier from FumeClear. I wanted to share a really unique implementation that is so needed when it comes to the Eufy E1. Now, this purifier is going to be able to work really well with the F1 and the F2 from Xtool. Does a fantastic job. But it also, surprisingly, works really well with the Eufy E1. We've actually used it and have several members of our user groups that are using this little guy here to deal with any kind of ink resin smell that comes out of the Eufy E1. Now, what we did is we have developed this, this venting system that connects into the Eufy, and it vents out. It allows the FumeClear to actually suck up or absorb any of the smell that's coming from the resin printing, and it goes through this up to the hose inside of the FumeClear. Now, you're not going to position this right on top of the E1. I just have this so you can see it all together. This you could lay over to the side, or if you're on site and doing some UV printing, which you could do, you could then also do the same thing and have this with you. It just makes it really convenient, and it really expands it from being just something that you use for lasers. I was thoroughly surprised, and we basically took an air quality monitor. We tested the air quality of the room, ran the UV printer, connected it to the FumeClear to see if there was any change, and there was no change. It did an incredibly nice job when it came to absorbing any of the smell coming from the resin, and more importantly, when I look at Nilda is very sensitive to resin smell, and she gets a migraine. This was able to deal with that, and she didn't smell anything. And by the way, right here on the side is our workstation. So while this is running, we basically are sitting right here. So that's the level of proximity. We're probably about anywhere between 1 to 2 feet away from the printer. And you can see down here, I have the printer open. So it's not just closed and printing, but it's open with this larger bed when it's printing. So this is a great add-on, just something for you to think about. Again, I wouldn't have it on here. I would have it on the side. I just have it up here just to show you what it would look like.
And one last thing I wanted to share with you is what is the noise level that the actual air purifier creates when it's running. And that's really important because you don't want something that's incredibly loud. And I'm going to stay quiet for a second so you can get the kind of like the noise level in the room. I have 3D printing going. I have some other devices going at the same time. But just to give you a sense of what the noise is like. So I'm just going to stay quiet. All right, so that's the noise level. What we're going to do is I'm going to turn on the air purifier. And I'm going to make sure it's at the lowest levels. All right, so this is level 1. Level 1. And to make this test really extreme, I don't even have... so there's no hose coming in, so that you're going to be getting... this is the full suction side. And again, there's not a lot of noise coming out. And then the actual air comes out from the front over here, like the exhaust itself. So let me stay quiet. That's at level 1. Now this is level 2. Now this is level 3. Now, for the most part, when we use it with the Eufy E1, we use it at this level, level 1. Sometimes if we're doing a lot of like multiple layers, let's say like 4 or 5 layers of ink, then I'll go ahead and put it on level 2. If I'm using it with the F1 or F2 from Xtool, what I'll do is I typically run it on level 1. Depends on the material. If I have some material that, let's say for example, bamboo wood or some other type of wood where I'm doing some deep engraving and there's a lot of smoke, I'll increase it. But typically what I'm doing is level 1 seems to be sufficient for me.
So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.